essentialize everything. Whereas if you seek the truth, the goodness and beauty, you are disgusted when you see evil. Because the opposite of truth is lie. The opposite of goodness is evil. The opposite of beauty is ugliness. So that's why you have this kind of outrage. And however, wherever Christians don't experience this outrage or being disgusted, it is totally opposite with the people of faith in the New Testament. Because people of faith in the New Testament, they were outraged and disgusted by evil. And they manifest their disgust in three ways. First, they got angry. They were angry because human dignity had been violated. And that's why they articulated this anger through prophetic language. Their prophetic language exposed the wounds or the marks of evil in the society they were living. They did not give in to despair. They were hopeful. So the first mark is people get angry, at least people of faith in the gospel, when they witness evil. The second is they sought justice. They did not seek revenge or engage in violence. They sought justice. And third, they acted compassionately because they realized the people who undertake evil activities are ignorant and insecure. That's why they're willing to engage in violence. That's why they're willing to kill. They're afraid to love. They're afraid of love. That's why they kill. So that's why today, my dear friends, as we come here to reflect on this theme, called to new life, we are called to reflect how we have responded to evil in us and among us. Because evil stops, impedes, or kills new life, a life that God is willing to give us. So the question is very simple. Are we disgusted by the filthiness of evil, or are we okay with it? What is our response? Our response will indicate how passionate and how committed are we to new life in Jesus. So that's why if we engage in compassionate act without getting angry, it is not enough. If anger is not tempered with justice, it's not enough. All these three must come together in order for us to respond to evil in a very Christ-like manner. So that's why today I would like to share with you three kinds of evils that we witness, that we somehow grapple with it. Evil number one. At times we witness there is no sense of horror, fear, or indignation at the injustices and sufferings inflicted on innocent victims. We are super cool and super calm when we see innocent people are being treated badly. It's perfectly okay with us. We are calm when we call it faith. No, this is evil. You know why? God defends human dignity. Satan violates human dignity. So by failing to defend human dignity, we become friends of Satan. And that's why God assures new life whenever we engage to defend and to safeguard human dignity, where Satan will prevent it. That's why in today's first reading, Ezekiel had this experience. He was God's prophet. And being a prophet, today is defined. His role is to be a watchman. He has to overlook the people and tell them this is right or this is wrong. And because his prophecy is hard to sum up, people begin to reject him. People engage in character assassination. They ridicule, they rejected, and even tried to kill prophet Ezekiel. And that's where we see the Israelites begin to form a partnership with evil and with Satan himself. Because Israel could not claim ignorance for this. Because since small, they were taught that each and everyone is created in the image and likeness of God. Thus, everyone needs to be respected, everyone needs to be safeguarded. If you fail to do that, then you're going against your own teaching and your own faith. More so Ezekiel. Ezekiel is the prophet of Yahweh. And more so you need to protect did this. Whereas Ezekiel, on his part, did not reciprocate. He was angry, he sought justice from God, and eventually he will die as a compassionate prophet. So we need to ask the same question, my dear friends. Because sometimes we defend or we defile human dignity. Where are we? Because sometimes we human beings tend to justify our actions. And that is the power of being a human being. We qualify everything and we give 101 reasons. And that's why we need to ask, where are we in our relation with human dignity? We ignore how evil or degrading our actions can be. This is the reason why we are not shocked or embarrassed by our own inhuman actions. At times, I just wonder, we human beings have lost sense of shyness. No, be shy. If you log on to Facebook, when you read, when you see young people or people who log, they just use 4-letter words openly, without sense of shyness. A vulgar words are flat, And they're proud of it, 4-letter words, they just type, And they know they have a priest like me as their friend. When you see the guts, what happens to the sense of shyness? That vulgar words are bad words. Bad words are flat. Bad words are evil. And how can you qualify? So that's why we need to ask ourselves. So when we lost sense of shyness, that's where we form partnership with evil, with Satan himself. We become kuncu of Satan. And at the same time also, we are contented with techno-managerial responses instead of human response. We tend to stop at clicking I like on articles, on statistics, on video, or Facebook. I like. We don't comment. We don't engage in practical activities in order to subdue evil. We don't organize a signature campaign. We don't organize boycott. We don't reach out when the dignity of human being is violated. What we do? I like. Is it enough? Not enough, my dear friends. So that's why we human beings are able to qualify everything and justify everything. By justifying, we become friends of Satan. This is the first evil. When you don't defend the human dignity, that's where you form a partnership with Satan. So today we need to ask this important question. As community of faith here in Kampung Pandan, do we defend or we depart? We cooperate with Jesus or we cooperate with Satan? Simple. When you call your friend ugly, fat, who are you to say that? Dark. What kind of eye is that? Who are you to say that? So when you engage in such command, you are already forming a partnership. Because when God created each one of us, that's the best. That's the best. So who are you to say it's not best? How dare? Evil number 2. At times we fail to seek the greatest good because our understanding of good is confined to what is popular, a popular trend or endorsed by the experts. Only later we will realize how silly we have been. This is what people call herd mentality. No, we are not outraged by our stupidity. We laugh over it. We tend not to stop and reason out things for ourselves. We don't learn from our mistakes. Just pause for and ask yourself, how many times you have repeated the same mistake again and again and again and again and again, like the Wilson factory, It goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Why this is happening? So that's why this is where we fail to seek the greatest good. Don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong to get opinions from the professionals. At the same time, we need to be critical of their opinions, especially doctors. We need to be critical of their opinions. Because nowadays, medicine has become money-making business. So we need to be critical. They are good. And that's why Paul says, people who are critical, they have put on the mind of Christ. A new mind where we seek, we strive for what is good, what is perfect, and what is the will of God. For Paul, this is new life. Because using our intellect is evil. This is dangerous because we stop living our lives. We allow people to live our lives. Advertisement. Peer friends. They started to live our lives. It is like they take over. They are parasitical. So that's why today, Paul reprimands such attitudes among the Christians in Rome. He was disturbed, yet he was compassionate, because they were like birds. They followed the opinions, trends, and behaviors of the people of that time without reasoning. They say it's okay to commit adultery. Hello, another 100 years, adultery is wrong and evil, full stop. Because values are evergreen. Another 200 years, adultery is wrong, full stop. Stealing is wrong, full stop. And you can come and tell me 101 reasons. Other experts say so, they say so, say so. No, it is wrong, full stop. Because in your heart you know it is wrong. So that's why Paul says, how can you qualify? How can you justify? It's ridiculous. So that's why when we fail to seek the greatest good, that's where we form a partnership with Satan himself. Of course, faith does not deny reason, but it goes beyond reason. Because without reason, our faith can be superstitious, a mere fallacy, and keeps us slaves. Whereas, the opposite is what God desires of us. He wants us to be rational, logical, and free. Don't be a slave to anybody, anything, or any event. Be free. So the question we need to ask, are we rational? Are we logical? Or we are superstitious and slaves? Where are we? I give you an example. Again, I give an example, don't get angry. Just an example. Okay? I just wonder why nowadays women trim their eyebrows. Is it prescribed by the doctor? Why? I don't know why men have mata serum, Look at women one time, they're married, but they look at the woman and they like, wow, Why are they doing that? Our children, they are rude to their parents. In the church, they are sweet, polite, and gentle, at least to me. But back home, they are terrors. They insult. They are rude to their parents. How can it be? The commandment says, respect your parents. To me, you are very gentle, very sweet. Back home, How can it be? Because others are doing. You shout and scream at your parents, no problem. Because others are doing. Is it true? Is it right? No. So that's why new life must be founded on reasoned faith. Enough of us having this earth mentality. Enough of all this. Put it aside and let's rediscover the meaning of life. And in the gospel, the third evil, people, if one notices, also engage in the politicization of evil in order to maintain their status quo. They practice political correctness. They choose not to speak the truth plainly and lovingly. By doing so, they end up concealing and compromising the truth. They do not protest, rebel, or resist lies. They witness, and it's very clear, and they just keep quiet because if they voice out, something will be taken out from them. They become less popular, their comfort will be taken away from them, or the privilege is taken away from them, so they maintain status quo by compromising, by concealing the truth. This is evil. Why this is evil? Because Satan is a father of lies, ambiguity, and cowardice, where Jesus is God of truth, clarity, and courage. So that's why Jesus always detests all forms of hypocrisy. This is simply because hypocrisy is the fruit of lies, ambiguity, and cowardice. And Matthew realized this in his community. And that's why he says his members of the community prefer to be politicians rather than prophets. And he was disturbed by this. Because unlike Jesus, his members hesitate to rebuke, expose, and exorcise evil. They prefer to conceal, tolerate, and compromise evil. The people say, well, Father, he's my wife, Father, he's my only son, Father, he's my husband, okay, he's our territory, close one eye, No! How can it be? And we need to do it in heart full of love. When we exercise, when we expose, when we confront people, our heart is full of love. That's why Matthew says something has gone wrong. And Matthew says, enough. Don't be a politician, but strive to get proper. So the question we need to ask, are you a politician or a prophet? Your friends, are they politicians or prophets? They say it's okay, we conceal the truth. You do this, it's okay, nobody knows. Your friends, they're politicians or prophets. They challenge you, hey, this is wrong. More so you're Catholic. How can you behave like this? Or they say it's okay. You are Kalima. So today, my dear friends, aren't you tired of hypocrisy? Aren't you tired of hypocrisy? Just look what's happening in Stanlley. Aren't you tired of all this? All the lying? Aren't you tired? What are you going to do? Be a prophet. So today, as we reflect on this theme of new life, this is the God will offer us new life. We need to let go our association, our partnership in all forms with Satan and embrace Jesus. So today, let us ask some fundamental questions. What is our response to the violation of human dignity? What is our response to a herd mentality? What is our response to the politicization of evil? Our honest reflection will lead us to realize how flawed, mixed, and inconsistent our motives, actions, and behaviors towards evil, because we are not disgusted and we are not angry with evil. Don't be afraid. When you face evil, evil may look big, but with Jesus, everything can be overcome. So today, embrace Jesus. Let go of all this. Then, new life is yours. And you celebrate this new life. And then you will become instruments of new life to those around you. People will see the power of truth. They will appreciate beauty and they will celebrate goodness. So today, let's ask ourselves, what kind of spirituality do you practice? Is it mere sentimentalism? Or spirituality that's based on truth, good, and beauty?